Think about the moments when you felt most fulfilled or proud of yourself. Chances are those experiences were in line with your core values. Once you know what truly drives you, it's easier to stay on course because you're not being swayed by distractions or other people's expectations. Next, set goals that are true to you. And I'm not talking about goals that look good on paper or goals that others think you should have. I mean authentic, meaningful goals that get you excited and align with your values. Success looks different for everyone, and it's easy to get caught up chasing someone else's version of it. But Stoicism teaches us to live according to our own principles, not society's expectations. So ask yourself, what does success look like for you? What do you want your life to look like 5 or 10 years from now? Here's the thing. Setting your course isn't always comfortable. It often means stepping out of your comfort zone and embracing the unknown. Growth happens when you challenge yourself, and that can feel pretty uncomfortable at times. But here's where Stoicism comes in. Stoics remind us that discomfort is where real growth happens. The obstacles you face, they're not roadblocks. They're opportunities to get better, stronger, and more resilient. So when you're charting your own course, be prepared to embrace some discomfort along the way. It's all part of the process. And don't forget, this is a journey, not a race. Setting your course doesn't mean you have to figure everything out right now or have every step planned perfectly. Life changes, and so will your path. The important thing is to keep moving forward, stay curious, and be willing to adapt when necessary. Keep learning, keep growing, and be open to the idea that your course might shift as you discover more about yourself and the world around you. Trust your gut. While it's great to get advice from others, no one knows you better than you do. Your intuition is often a reflection of your values, experiences, and goals, so learn to trust it. The Stoics believed that wisdom comes from within, and that's something you should carry with you as you set your course. You have the ability to navigate your own life, and when you stay true to who you are, you'll find that the path you create is the one that leads to the most fulfillment. So, take the wheel, set your course, and steer your life in the direction that feels right for you. Strategy 7. Make your stand. This one is all about standing firm in who you are and what you believe in, and trust me, in today's world, that takes courage. Everywhere you turn, someone is telling you how you should think, what you should care about, and how you should live your life. But the Stoics teach us that true strength comes from within, and making your stand is about holding on to your values, even when it feels like the whole world is pulling you in another direction. Making your stand starts with knowing your values inside and out. What matters most to you? What are your non-negotiables? It could be honesty, loyalty, personal growth, or anything else that feels core to who you are. Once you're crystal clear on your values, it becomes easier to make decisions and take action that aligns with them. It's like having a solid foundation. No matter what happens around you, you know where you stand. And when challenges or disagreements arise, you don't get shaken as easily because you're grounded in something deeper than just what's happening in the moment. But here's the thing, making your stand isn't always about shouting your beliefs from the rooftops or getting into debates with people who disagree. Sometimes it's as simple as living in a way that reflects your values. Your actions speak louder than words. If honesty is one of your values, live that in your daily life. If kindness is a priority for you, show it through your actions, even when it's hard. People notice when someone walks their talk, and that kind of integrity can be more powerful than any argument or speech. And let's be real, sometimes standing firm in your beliefs means standing alone. That can be tough. We all want to feel accepted, and it's easy to go along with the crowd to avoid conflict. But Stoicism teaches us that it's better to be true to yourself and your values than to fit in at the cost of your integrity. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." It's a reminder that growth and strength often come from moments when you're willing to stand out, even if it makes you unpopular or misunderstood. You don't have to fight every battle, though. Part of making your stand is knowing when to speak up and when to let things go. Not every situation requires you to dig in your heels. Pick your battles wisely. Focus on the ones that truly matter to you. It's okay to let small things slide if they don't compromise your core values. The Stoics remind us to conserve our energy for the things that really count, and that's a skill worth mastering. So, how do you start making your stand? Begin by getting clear on what you believe in. Then, make small, consistent choices that reflect those beliefs. Over time, you'll find that your actions become an unshakable reflection of your values, and that kind of strength and consistency is magnetic. People will respect you more, not just for what you believe, but for how you live those beliefs every day. And more importantly, you'll respect yourself more. So, plant your feet firmly, know what you stand for, and don't be afraid to live it, even if that means standing alone sometimes. Strategy 8. Nurture your wit. This one might seem a little surprising in a conversation about Stoicism, but humor and wit are incredibly powerful tools in life, especially when things get tough. The Stoics knew this, and while they're often seen as serious and reserved, they understood the importance of maintaining a light touch. Life can be heavy, no doubt, but nurturing your sense of humor helps you navigate challenges with grace and resilience. It's not about being a comedian or making others laugh all the time. It's about cultivating a perspective that allows you to see the lighter side of things, even when everything feels overwhelming. One of the best ways to nurture your wit is to learn to laugh at yourself. We all take ourselves a little too seriously at times, and being able to poke fun at your own quirks or mistakes shows confidence. It disarms others, puts them at ease, and, most importantly, it keeps you from getting bogged down by your own ego. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at." It's a reminder that when you can find humor in your own imperfections, life doesn't feel quite so heavy. A sense of humor also helps you keep things in perspective. When you train yourself to notice the absurdities of everyday life, the little ironies and contradictions, it becomes easier to shrug off the things that don't really matter. For example, getting stuck in traffic can either ruin your day or be something you laugh about. Maybe you missed your morning coffee and feel grumpy. Instead of spiraling into frustration, find the humor in how ridiculous it feels to let something so small impact your mood. It's all about shifting your mindset. Timing is also a key part of wit. Not every situation calls for a joke, but knowing when to inject a little humor can lighten the mood, diffuse tension, and even build stronger connections with others. Think about how much easier difficult conversations are when there's a bit of humor involved. It doesn't make the issue disappear, but it makes it more manageable. Humor shows that you're not taking everything so seriously that it breaks you. It demonstrates flexibility, and that's something people are drawn to. But here's the thing. Humor doesn't just help in social situations. It's also a great coping mechanism for personal challenges. When you're going through a tough time, finding even a small bit of humor in the situation can be a game changer. It shifts the focus from how hard things are to how resilient you are for finding something to laugh about in the middle of it. It doesn't mean you're ignoring your problems. It means you're choosing to face them with a little more lightness. So how do you start nurturing your wit? Begin by observing the world around you. Life is full of odd, funny moments if you're paying attention. Read widely, different styles of writing, humor, and even philosophy. Exposure to different perspectives will help you develop your own unique brand of wit. Practice not taking yourself too seriously, and embrace those little moments where you can find humor, even in the challenges. Remember, wit isn't about being the funniest person in the room, it's about maintaining a perspective that helps you stay resilient. Life is serious enough. Having a sense of humor is a way to stay balanced and grounded, even when things get tough. So go ahead, nurture that wit. It's a small but mighty tool that can help you navigate life's ups and downs with a smile. Strategy 9. Be respectful of everyone. This might sound like common sense, but respect is often overlooked in the fast-paced, sometimes self-centered world we live in. Stoicism places a lot of value on treating others with dignity and respect, regardless of their status, opinions, or actions. And here's why this matters. When you show respect to others, it not only elevates them, but also reflects positively on you. It's about recognizing the inherent worth in every person, no matter who they are or where they come from. Being respectful doesn't mean you have to agree with everyone, or even like everyone. It's more about acknowledging their right to their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. You don't have to share someone's beliefs to treat them with courtesy. In fact, some of the most meaningful connections happen when we disagree, but still listen and respect each other's perspectives. The Stoics remind us that we can't control how others act, but we can always control how we respond. Choosing to respond with respect is a reflection of your own character, not the other person's behavior. One of the easiest ways to show respect is simply by listening. In a world where everyone is talking, it's rare to find someone who genuinely listens. But when you do, it makes a huge impact. People feel valued when you take the time to hear them out, and in turn, they're more likely to show you respect as well. It's not just about waiting for your turn to speak, but about really understanding what the other person is saying. Respect often starts with the simple act of giving someone your full attention. Another important part of being respectful is learning to disagree without being disagreeable. We're not always going to see eye to eye with everyone, and that's okay. But how we handle those disagreements speaks volumes. You can stand your ground and stick to your beliefs without being rude or dismissive. It's all about how you communicate. The Stoics were masters at this. They believed in standing firm in their principles, but doing so with calmness and reason. Next time you find yourself in a disagreement, try to remain calm and focus on the issue, not the person. You'll find that respect can diffuse tension and lead to more productive conversations. Respect also shows up in the little things, being on time, acknowledging someone's effort, or even just saying thank you. These small gestures might seem insignificant, but they add up. They show that you value the other person's time, energy, and contributions. And here's the kicker: respect is a two-way street. When you treat others with respect, you create an environment where they're more likely to return that respect. It's a powerful way to build stronger, healthier relationships in both your personal and professional life. But remember, respect isn't about people-pleasing or being a pushover. It doesn't mean you allow others to disrespect you or trample over your boundaries. You can be firm and assertive while still being respectful. In fact, part of respecting others is also respecting yourself. Knowing when to stand up for yourself, when to set boundaries, and when to walk away from toxic situations. The Stoics believed in balance, and that includes balancing kindness and respect for others with self-respect. So, as you go through your day, look for opportunities to show respect in both big and small ways. Whether it's listening more attentively, showing up on time, or simply being polite in a difficult conversation, These acts of respect not only improve your relationships, but also
as
make you
their
a stronger, more
person or
grounded
something
person.
which, I mean,
Stoicism teaches us that
unconscious
we're
or
all
something
part of a
which
larger
you are like
community,
maybe
and